Hey, y'all. We are back again with another one. I am so excited because we are back to the end of another month and the end of our season. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I cannot believe we have done another season of A Little Less Chaos because every single Monday during this season, we have been making sure that we start off our week with a little less chaos. This is Sonja, your life alignment coach, and I'm super excited that you are here today. Yeah, man, we're at the end of a season, another season, season 2 in the books. So that means you're not gonna get these videos for another 4 weeks, but then we're gonna come back with season 3, and I'm excited about it. But today we're going to end off with a bang. We're going to end off with, of course, our monthly review, but we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about my favorite thing, which is doing the rare thing, being different. And I'll talk about what rare actually means shortly. But as you know, what we do every single week is we talk about something good that's happening, something good that happened in your life. Then we talk about getting it out of your brain, and we take a moment to have a brain dump, okay? And then we come around with the intentional topic of the week. And of course, since it's the last Monday of the month, the last episode in the season, we're going to have our monthly review, and we're going to break down the 4 things that we need to do to make sure that we are reviewing our month wisely. And we're going to talk about being rare and what being rare does for that intentional life. It's another part of the still process that lasts. If you know the 4 steps that we've been talking about, where we acknowledge our dreams, we live by principle, we execute by process, and then we win by practice. Being rare is a winning practice. So we're going to talk about that, okay? All right. So let's get into it. The good things, the good things. So one thing that I'm really excited about or happy about is that I went to a networking event and I had a time. Now, if you know me, you know that I can be introverted. I'm having fun talking to you, and I'm usually completely outgoing and all that kind of stuff. But I'm somebody who it takes a lot for me to get outside, okay? And I saw this networking event pop up in something. It was done by a friend of mine from church, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to take this as an act of obedience, and I'm going to go and do it. And y'all, it was the best decision that I made. And I think even with that lesson, sometimes we have to get out of our boxes. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone to see something amazing. I got to meet people. I got a couple clients, which was pretty great. And potential clients. But then for me, what was exciting is that I got to encourage people. Just I realized, and it was kind of like a reminder for me of why I do this. Seriously, like I got to just encourage people on their journey. This was a networking event for entrepreneurs, and just people with businesses. They're entrepreneurs. And just hearing people's stories and hearing where they're going and where they're trying to go, and it was truly a blessing, literally a blessing, to be able to talk to people, hear their stories, and encourage them in the places that I truly believe God is trying to bring them, right? So it was just an amazing time, and I want to encourage you to get outside of your box, to make a decision to do something that may scare you a little, but will move you even further on your intentional living journey. This was something that moved me further. It may just be a small ripple or a big one. I don't know. But what I do know is that it made me a little bit more confident, made me a little bit more resilient, and reminded me why I do this. So I encourage you to do it. What is that thing that you're afraid to do? What is that thing that you're a little like, I don't know, but you've been feeling like you're supposed to? Go do it and see how it changes the trajectory of your life. All right. And if that something is, working with me, then come on, let's go. Let's go. I have some amazing products, So holler at me. Shoot me a comment. Send me a DM if you're listening to this somewhere. I don't know. Do podcasting apps have DMs? I don't think so. Shoot me a comment. We can connect. But no, seriously, take it seriously and take a moment. What's one thing that you can do that's gonna push you forward? Try it out. Try it out for me. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing that we got to talk about is this brain dump. This is the last time that we're doing this brain dump together with this season. We'll be back next season, but I want you to take this seriously. Take a moment to breathe, stop, and write everything on your mind. Okay. And we do this because of a productivity guy named Josh Allen. And I've been reading about brain dumping in general and how it really is tied to allowing your mind to relax so there's space and latitude to do something amazing. When we have all a million things running in our heads, things that we need to do, we're liable to forget, or we're liable to not have the right reaction when something else happens in our lives. We might blow off at the handle when this really just needed to be a quick little, thing that you deal with. Or maybe you don't react at all because you're numb, because you have so much going on. This is why it's so important to get it out of your brain, because we want you to be able to have the capacity to be intentional with everything that you do. Okay, so we're going to get into this brain dump as usual. Now, like we do every single week, what we going to do? I'm going to give you a prompt, and then you're going to pause and you're going to take 3 minutes to get it out your mind. Okay, so here's this week's prompt. What problem or problems are taking more mental bandwidth than they deserve? What problem or problems are taking more mental bandwidth than they deserve? Think about that. What's something that's just been on your mind constantly? Get it out, write it down, right? All right. Take your 3 minutes. We'll see you back here. Make sure you come back. All right, y'all. Well, now we are back. We are back with the intentional topic of the week. And again, we're at the last one of the month, the last one of the season. But which is exciting though, because that means we're even that much closer to our virtual reset. I'm super, super excited about this program. We're going to get together and we're going to reset and get ready for the second half of the year. This could not come at a better time. There we go. This reset could not come at a better time, because now you're going to have a chance to reset how you do the rest of this year. All right. So let's get into it. This month's monthly review, we're going to break down the monthly review, but then we're going to dig in and do the rare thing. Okay. So what we talking about in this monthly review all the time, you got your 4 things that you need to do. The 4 things that you need to do is: 1, write a list of what you got done. What did you get done already? Man, I had a lot of stuff that I got done this past week, and I'm just so, so, so happy about it. There's been so much going on at work, and I was so excited to get it all off of my plate. Work, and then with my business and all those different things. It has been woo. So I got a lot done. So I'm very happy, very proud of myself. What about you? What did you get done this month? Go ahead and plug it down in the comments below. Tell me, what did you get done? Then I want you to read through your goals, and if you have one, your dream activation plan. This is the opportunity to transform and to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. Your dream activation plan will lay out, or should lay out, where you want to go, those big, hairy goals, dreams, desires, in those 6 key relationships in your life, right? Your relationship with God, your mind, your body, your family, friends, and finances, right? Then is going to talk about, well, where are you right now? and then what's up next. This is an opportunity to read through those things and get a remembrance of why you're doing what you're doing. Okay? Then the next thing is to review the progress on any active goals. If you've been following up with me, then you know we are all about those active goals, the things that you're working on right now, because you should not be working on all 10 of your goals. Notice I said 10 and not 30. You should not be working on all 10 of your goals right now. You should be breaking it up into different goals for the season that you're in, for the quarter that you're in. And then finally, write down the two next things that you can do to move forward in your goals. Now, we talked in depth about this next up list, the next two things that you're going to do to get closer or further in your goals in the last monthly review. I believe that would have been episode 204, right? So if you want to learn a little bit more about how to write those next up lists, then holler at episode 204. All right. Now, I've been talking about this, and we're going to be talking about how you can be rare. And it's an acronym if you didn't get it already. We'll break them all down, but rare stands for review, activate, reward, and evaluate. And evaluate is different from review. So anyway, um the reason why it's so important to be rare is that the common thing is to just run your life. The common thing is to just it's not run your life, but allow life to run you. You get up every morning, you get ready for work, you go to work. You may or may not like your job, but it also is you just do whatever you're supposed to do. Come home, you cook dinner, you play with your kids, and then you do it all over again. And there's no room for your desires, or there's no room to experience life, experience your desires, be present in your desires. Sometimes we get so caught up, and that's the regular thing. Like, people just what they call, thank God it's Friday, oh no, oh God it's Monday, right? We live in that season, in that time of life, where everything is a drain, everything is tiring, but that's not what we're meant to do. And that's why it's important to be rare. Okay, so let me break down real quick what all four of these letters mean. The first letter in the Be Rare acronym is R, review. You should be reviewing regularly. You should be reviewing your life, your mind, the things that you do regularly in your life. I talk about this in a few episodes where we break down how to be rare in the things that you do and what you and how you do this, right? You review regularly. Okay? All right. Then the next thing that you do is activate. Now, this is a cool one because I think people don't realize it's important to activate your goals, activate your routines, give yourself some place to be cognizant of what's happening in your life. When you are rare, when you are activating, you're actually taking a moment to activate the things that are going on in your life. Sorry, I'm like writing things down because I'm seeing some stuff pop up. But yes, you activate, and how you activate, you figure out how to put some triggers in your goals, triggers in your routines, right? So for instance, I activate my morning routine by having my watch vibrate. It vibrates at certain points to let me know it's time to move on to the next thing in my life. Next thing, get ready for the gym. Next thing, be done with your last exercise so you can get home and pray. Next thing, go shower, right? So that's how I activate my goals or my routines in this case. Then the next thing is reward. Now, I can tell you the truth. This one I struggle with because I'm such a task oriented person. I just do something and move on. But what I'm realizing is that it's so important to take a moment to celebrate yourself, to reward a job well done or a job done. Okay. Because sometimes it ain't that well done, but it is done. Okay. But it's definitely important to take a moment to celebrate. How can you reward yourself for actually getting that goal done, for actually hitting that milestone in your life? Make sure that you do that. Okay. And then the final one is evaluation. It's so important, and evaluation is a little bit different from reviewing. Reviewing, you're looking at everything, you're paying attention to it, you're seeing it. But that evaluation piece, that part is how you figure out, okay, this is what I've been doing. Is it still working? And that is an intentional life. An intentional life is one of continued evaluation. I was going to use the word constant, but I feel like constant feels, like, what's the word I want? Not fun. And it's so important that we take a moment to actually evaluate where we are and why we are where we are, right? And how can we change that? How can we switch that up? Okay, so that is being rare today. We review regularly, we activate our goals and our routines, we reward a job well done, and we evaluate. We evaluate to make sure that we actually make the progress that we want to make. Okay? Man, guys, we are at another end of the season. Sometimes I'd be so excited that I haven't thought of the words to say, but I am so excited that you guys have been rocking with me. This is season 2 of A Little Less Chaos. Come back again. Now, don't worry, we still gonna have videos. We still gonna have some things. One thing that's coming up right soon is our virtual reset, where we get a chance to reset together, and I am so excited for that. Be on the lookout for that. Information is coming up real soon. Okay, it's probably going to be this week. I'm still at the time of this recording, we're still trying to confirm what date's going to work the best. Okay, but just a hint, we're probably thinking about July 5th. Okay, July 5th might be the date. Anyway, so let's get this thing going. All right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for what God is going to do in your life as you live intentionally, as you work on making sure that there's a little less chaos in your life. Okay. If you want to holler at me, ask me any questions, ask them in the comments below. I would love to know, what do y'all want to talk about? What do y'all want to talk about in intentional living, right? What's something that you're like, man, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still struggling. How can I? And then whatever it is, let me know. Okay. All right, y'all. See you next season.